Okay, in our previous video we covered the way that I prefer to list on Amazon by going directly to the product page, and I told you there's another way to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the other way to list items on Amazon. So what you'll need to do first, you'll need to sign into your account, your seller account and all that. Once you're signed into your seller account and you click my account, you'll see at the top of you go to your home page. I didn't go there because I don't want everybody seeing all my personal seller stuff. But, so I started out on this page, but these tabs stay the same no matter what up at the top. So to list a new product, you can highlight over the inventory tab and you'll see the drop down and you can click add a new product. Okay, so once you click this, you get two options. When this screen comes up, you can search for a product that you want to list, see if it's already listed on Amazon. If it's not, you can always create, if you have a unique item or whatever, you click the create a new product tab. That's for a later time. We're not going to cover that right now. So we have an existing product. Last time we used Need for Speed Most Wanted Black for PS2. This time I'm going to use a game called Shadow of Rome for PS2. So that, just type that in there if you can spell, which apparently I cannot today. Okay, so the other option here, you can see I typed in Shadow of Rome, but if you have the case with the barcode, you can type in the barcode and it will actually, it's a little more accurate about pulling it up. You want to search through the product page at all, but I don't have that. This is an acceptable game, so there's no, it's in good working condition, there's just no case or manual. So we'll type that in, click search, and so what happens is it'll bring up anything someone's put in the details with the name Shadow of Rome. Of course, we're lucky again, ours is right on top. And if you need to, you can still go to the see product details. The other way I showed you takes you directly to that page, and I showed you how to server bit. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so you can click that and go to the product details. But the other way I showed you, it takes you directly there. We're going to skip that since we're not doing it that way. We'll just go over here to where it says sell yours, and we know this. I already know this is mine, but you always make sure you're selling the right, or you're clicking the right thing for when you click sell yours. You don't want to list your item under the wrong thing, of course. So this is pretty basic. Again, you get a little bit of the information here that you get from going by the product details page. You can see how many is listed and the lowest price, the different categories, collectible, new, used. Of course, ours is used, and again, you can use this to get your price. The lowest is $7.77 minus I charge $3.98. I round it off and say 4 because just for math's sake, because you know it's $3.77. Technically, $3.78 would be the lowest, but I'm not going to worry about that. Again, this has the same options that you have by the other method that I showed you, the seller SKU, which you can use this if you can use it to track your products however you want. If you have like spreadsheets where you track this, I bought this for this and sold it, you can type in an identification number here so you can match that up. Or if it's like something you reorder, you can put in, of course, the order number or whatever kind of code you want. I don't use any of that because we buy these and turn around and sell them. We don't really, I mean, we track them separately, but we don't use this method. But of course you can. I let Amazon will automatically assign it no matter what. So again, okay, we covered this also in our last video on the other method that we use. New, you have your different selections here of what the condition is. So new is, we're going to cover this again. New is something that's brand new. It's something that's like you find on the store shelf in the original package, never been opened, never been used. I mean, it has to be new. That doesn't mean that if the package is open and it's never been used, that is not new. It is not considered new by Amazon. Their toss. I mean, they say new. that can be listed as like new, which again that we just covered that. Like new is something that may be missing the package, and maybe it may have been washed once or twice or something, or played once or twice. It just depends on what you're selling, but it still has to be like it's just brand new. There can't be any scrapes, finger, nothing. It has to be perfect, pretty much. Very good is something that it's just below like new. It's something that may show some kind of sign of wear. Again, it has to have all the original um, manuals, cases, boxes, whatever the case may be. It needs to have everything, and just maybe show very slight use, signs of use. A good again is it's supposed to have everything with it, but maybe show a little bit more signs of wear. And an acceptable is something that's in good working condition, but may not have the original case, may not have the original manual, whatever the case may be. Again, as I said earlier, I just have the disc, so of course I'm going to list as acceptable. For my acceptable items, I already have a spreadsheet in Word, which it just covers all the basics of something that's acceptable. And my disc says, it already says doesn't have the manual, it may have marker marks, whatever. And it tells them we have a replacement or money back guarantee, and it just contact us before leaving any feedback or anything. So the next thing is the pricing. Low price, you can match that. You can just click match low price, which of course they put $3.79 in, which makes me exactly the same price, which depending on your seller rating will depend on if you're on top or not. I'll go ahead and guarantee I'll be on top of them by changing it and being a penny cheaper. So now I know at the top of the listings I'll be there. You can set up sales here too. If you know you're going to plan on having a sale, you can put in the sale price, tell it what date to start, what day to end. We're not going to do any sales, so I'm not worried about that. And then your quantity, of course, if you have 100 or 5 or 1 or whatever, you put that in. As a seller, I'm not going to go into great detail, but you can set up your tax codes. I'm not going to have one set up for this, but you can pick your tax code from this list once that's set up and stuff, and put that in there. And then again, you can do your handling time. I go with default, which is 1 to 2 days. No real, there's no brain surgery involved there. And then the start selling date. If you don't want to start selling immediately, because once you click submit, if you don't fill this out, it starts immediately. If you want to wait a couple of days or whatever, for whatever reason, or you can tell it what day to start listing this. And again, you have these options here. You can set this up under your seller account, where you can add gift wrapping, gift messages, whatever. We don't do that except for around Christmas, so I'm not going to add that right now. The restock date, I've never used this. I'm assuming that's if you run out, it'll tell the customer what date you plan on getting them back. And I don't use any of the import destination or countries labels, so I really can't go into great detail. You can do the search on Amazon or use the blogs, and everybody's always willing to help you out with that kind of stuff. I ship the items myself. If you're fulfilled by Amazon, you should have already read through all that, and you'll click this and you'll know what to do with that. We ship them ourselves, so don't worry about that also. And then shipping options, I already have them set up. It's going to use my defaults, so I'm already good there. So all you have to do at the end of that, click save and finish, and then it'll process. Of course, it's going to go back to my main seller page right after and say it's successfully listed. Give it like 15 minutes to propagate all systems, blah blah blah. After a while, you just get used to seeing this stuff all the time. And that is basically it. The item is now, well, as soon as my computer gets along, is now listed. It slows down a lot when I'm doing recordings because the video software takes up so much resources. But so again, this is the second way to do it. I just don't like this method as much because basically this is the screen you'll see when you're done. But I don't like that method as much because I like to go through the product page where you can see everything again. That's covered in another video that's about the same length as this, and it's done with the Excel, and I just do screenshots and cover it and talk to you about it. I prefer that way. If you prefer this way, it's just whatever you prefer, but I hope this helps you out, and if you like this way, I'm glad. That's great. So if you need any other videos or anything about Amazon or anything in general, game reviews or whatever, just send me an email to the Mr. Self-Help at gmail.com. It'll be at the end or at the credits of this page or video. Thank you. Help me keep making these videos. Click the like button and forward to your friends. Thanks.